Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Please consider subscribing. And today I'm coming to you with a tag. This is not my tag. This is the tag I saw on the channel of a lovely Amy. Amy's World of Fragrance. I'm gonna make sure and include the link to her channel and to her video and the description box. But this is not her tag. This is the tag of Simply Aisha. I'm gonna include the link to her channel and her video as well in the comments, not in the comments, in the description box down below. And in the description down below, you're gonna see as well the information as to what I'm wearing on my lips and on my nails. These are the two burning questions that I always get. So you will gonna see all this information down below. So the tag is lovely. I really enjoyed doing that. And the tag is my fragrance personality. And it has, well, a bit over 10 questions. And my approach was to read out the question, and the first fragrance that came to me was the right one. I do think this kind of approach works because, I mean, it really makes you understand what is the fragrance that is more fit to this question. So I'm gonna start, and the first question is, what is your Boss Babe scent? And I have to say, I quite dislike this Boss Babe, those kind of things, because the boss is the boss. Doesn't matter the gender, the girl, the guy, doesn't matter. The boss should be the boss. You should, well, one should first see the boss figure and only then the gender. So I have found this scent, which I do think it's so appropriate. This is the Jeroboam, and this is Origino. It is perfectly unisex. I love this fragrance. It has a bit of a pink pepper, a bit of a bergamot, a bit of nutmeg, some juniper. It's very good. It is very good. It is not sweet. It's nice unisex. It has an edge. It's very nice. And I do think that this is very boss appropriate. Boss babe or boss guy, doesn't matter, but boss appropriate it is. Second question, what is your go-to-bed scent? I have to say that I do not have one go-to-bed scent because I like to switch them. Whatever I feel like going to bed with, I just go and grab the scent. I'm gonna tell you what I wore to bed last night, and it was quite unexpected because I mean, I do love this scent, but it doesn't last that much. This is Tutti Kiwi by Guerlain. This is an oldie but goodie. It's an old fragrance. It has been discontinued, but it's, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's really a kiwi scent. It's this green kiwi, very grassy, but yet sweet. And I like to wear to bed sweet fragrances. Sometimes I want some juicy sweetness, cloying sweetness. Sometimes I do not want to smell like that at all. I want some citrus, or sometimes I want to see some fresh scent on me. So yesterday it was the Tutti Kiwi, which is absolutely adorable scent. I like it. I have to say that unfortunately there are not many kiwi scented fragrances. For some reason, it's just such a lovely scent. And this one has been discontinued, and if you happen to know a good kiwi scent, then just let me know. Except for the Born in Roma Coral Fantasy, because I do have that one. Third question is, what is your hug in a bottle scent? This is quite curious because when I describe the scent, I always describe it as a hug in a bottle. So this is like literally this scent for me. This is Burberry Touch for women, and they also have the Burberry Touch for kids and also for gentlemen. So this one is beautiful. This is very soft, a bit powdery. It's fruity and it's flowery. It's so nice. It's so well blended, it's nice and calm, and it's not overly juicy, it's not overly flowery, it's not overly powdery. It's just well balanced, a truly English, nice, classy scent. And I have to spray it on myself because it's just, I love it so much. And one can say, I mean, how do you love it so much? It's barely untouched. Well, that's because it's not my first bottle, but it is good. It's good, and when it sets to the skin, it's just do you know how they say your lips but better kind of lipstick? So this is my skin but better. I like it. I like this one. So fourth question: what is your secret weapon of mass seduction? Um, well, I have to say that in time I have re-evaluated sense and the concept of mass seduction. I do think that if you are a fulfilled person, if you're in peace with yourself, you like yourself, you don't really have to go out and show this is the fragrance, love me, you have to love me. But apart from that, I do feel that we wear scents for ourselves. And my next observation is that people tend to like simple fragrances. I'm not saying just like plain bergamot or the plain sugar, but just something simple, some flower, some bergamot in the beginning, and then some flower, and then some musk, like typical classic luxe scent. Well, not this kind of heavy luxury oud, like overly heady white flowers, because this kind of scents, in my opinion, they tend to kind of to push people away. And we talk about normal people that buy fragrances once in a while, and they just want you to smell, or want everyone to smell pleasant. And oud fragrances are sometimes they're not very pleasant. So the more common, the more nice fragrance is, the better it is. So in my opinion, this is the weapon of mass seduction. And I know it's kind of it's quite banal, right? But it is. I have got so many compliments wearing this fragrance. This is Coco Mademoiselle, and this is Eau de Parfum. I do have also the intense version, but I do prefer this one to the intense. And this is just nice. It's nicely done. It's nicely blended. It's so classy. It's classic and glossy, and it's like it's evergreen fragrance. A woman in her 20s can wear it, and in her 40s, in her 80s can wear it, and it's gonna be nice and beautiful. So I do think that this is the one. Number 5. What is the fragrance you never wear but can't part with? Um, I'm gonna show you two fragrances, but rather than fragrances, it is kind of the condition. One of the fragrances is, it's not because of me, the condition of this fragrance, but it's because the fragrance is quite old. So it actually became this kind of reddish hue, and it stains. Unfortunately, it stains, so I'm not wearing it. I just open up the bottle, I sniff it, it's tuberose, it's very heavy, very nice, but I don't want to stain my clothes, I don't want to stain the furniture, so I don't spray it as a home spray. It just, I can't part with it because it's just such a beautiful fragrance, but I'm not using that. And also another thing I want to show you, but this is kind of, I don't want to part with it because I'm using it, but just not as much. And it's not a fault of the fragrance itself. The fragrance itself is nice, but rather a format. And obviously I knew what I was buying, but I was thinking that, well, maybe sometimes it's a nice idea to kind of keep this fragrance as a kind of purse fragrance and sometimes do kind of this kind of thing. This is Miss Dior Eau de Toilette, but this is in a form of this kind of oil. But I don't really like this format. So this is the fragrance that, well, I reach it sometimes. As you can see, I have used just a little bit of this fragrance, but not nearly as much as I thought I would. So those are the two fragrances that I cannot part with. But so this is not a question of the fragrance, obviously, but rather the format in the second case, and the first case, well, the aging process of the fragrance and the change of the color of the fragrance. Number 6, what is one of your favorite fragrances that you don't wear enough? And this is an oldie but goodie. This is so oldie, but it's so goodie that I just can't, people. This is Dolce & Gabbana Feminine, and I happen to have 2 bottles. This is the second bottle. I have one more, and both of them are opened. This is Lily. This is a Lily overdose. This is such a nice, such a beautiful, such a potent and headache-inducing, I should say, fragrance. This is really feminine. It's really flowery, really, really strong fragrance. I love it, but I don't wear it enough because I'm an oversprayer by nature. So basically what happens with this fragrance, if I overspray, it's a weapon of mass destruction. So I have to keep it to myself. So if I'm on my own, then I just spray a couple of sprays and I'm happy like that. But outside, I don't really wear it that much. So this is the one. This is very, very good. And when Dolce & Gabbana came out with the one that happened to have Lily in it, I thought that, oh my gosh, they have relaunched the feminine, because the feminine, this fragrance is not available anymore. It has been discontinued like years ago. So I thought that they're coming out with a new fragrance, right? That's gonna kind of repeat feminine. But no, it's totally different, unfortunately. So number 7, what is the fragrance you would recommend for a beginner that wants to smell unique? So I have to be kind of snobby here, but well, my reply has 2 fragrances. First of all, if you really want to smell unique, what I can tell you is go ahead and create your own fragrance. Yeah, just don't think that it's gonna cost you much. It's not. In the Atelier, you might be able to find, like in France, they have a lot of this kind of services. For example, this fragrance was created by me at the factory of Molinard in Grasse, and it was 69 euros. And this is 50 ml of fragrance. You can basically blend your own fragrance out of 100 plus essences, and you just pick and choose what you want, what you like, and this is gonna be just your fragrance. But if this is not an option, then I should recommend another one. Obviously, where are you? I'm sorry, yeah, it's here. This is a beautiful fragrance and I love it so much. This is completely unusual for me because, well, usually I don't like when this note is so prominent. This is Vetiver Fatale by Atelier Cologne. So this is, it's so good. This is citrus, a lot of citrus, sunflowers and vetiver. This is so good. This is so good. This is, for me, if you could describe the fragrance with a person, or better, a character. Do you remember the character of Tilda Swinton, where she was this bold lady that was, I don't remember, it was in this Marvel Doctor Strange, right? And she was one of the characters. She was like the monk, or maybe she wasn't a monk. Anyway, bold Tilda Swinton. This would be her scent. This is it. It's very dry vetiver with lots of citrus, and sometimes it even comes to me like this whiffs of tobacco. It's so good. This is really unique fragrance. As much as I dislike Atelier Cologne for how well, the staying power of this fragrance, it's just you just you're I'm disappointed with that with these fragrances, but I love it. I still love it. It doesn't last at all, but this is a nice, very nice fragrance. I do recommend it wholeheartedly. If you have if you want to get a fragrance that is unique. This is very dry. This is very masculine leaning, but still, I do think it's a unisex fragrance. I like to use it. So this is very, very nice. What is the fragrance that you love that everyone else seems to hate? I don't know if everyone hates this fragrance. I just think that there's kind of a trend to hate fragrances from the past. But I have to show you this one, which is Be Delicious by Donna Karan. And this is such a nice fragrance. And this was a staple fragrance in the beginning of 2000s, right? So basically, pretty much every disco, every bar, it smelled of Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, of Leopard Kenzo, or this one. So this one is very nice. It is very fresh. It has a bit of a cucumber. It has a green apple. It's so fresh and juicy and crispy. And yeah, I do think it is still a very good fragrance, and it is still modern. And if that wouldn't be a profitable fragrance, they would have taken it away like years and years ago, right? But they do still sell it, and not only that, they make flankers of this fragrance. So I like this one, but I have read on Fragrantica and in general like so many negative comments about this fragrance. But I do think that so many people just love to hate it. It just for me, that's what it is. Number 9. What is an overhyped fragrance that you currently own? Well, quite a few probably, but this one came to mind, and this is the Babycat. The Babycat by Yves Saint Laurent, and this is their more like niche line. It's more expensive, but it's good. This is overhyped like crazy, but this fragrance is good. This fragrance, it produces so many compliments. This is the compliment getter. This is very spicy. It has this kind of, it has a lot of pepper. It has some raisins, raisin, not the raisins, raisin. It has vanilla, and what does it say here? Accord. Yeah, it has this kind of blush suede and vanilla. So, but this is so good. This is really, really good. And mind you, I have got this one as a blind buy. It wasn't possible for me to try it, so I just ordered it, and I never regretted it because it's so good. Number 10. What fragrance is on the chopping block? And this is an answer that I have to say none, because I love all fragrances that I have. Some I love and I use on regular basis. Some I love, and but unfortunately I didn't use them as much as I would love to. So but on the chopping block, no. There's absolutely none. What is the last fragrance that you purchased? And this is so nice. This is a brand that you can probably get all over Europe. They do have an internet shop. This is Italian brand. The Italian brand that is called Helan, and this is MangoBoom, or Boom Mango. No, it's MangoBoom. Oh my gosh, people! So this is the fragrance. It's 30 ml. It was dirty cheap. I do believe that the regular price is 19 euros, but I got it with a bit of a discount. So it's very realistic mango. It's like the mango pulp. But it's not just the mango pulp. Just imagine you're eating a fruit salad, like with all these exotic fruits, and a mango is one of the most prominent, and the biggest quantity of mango is in the salad. So this is what it is about. It's so good. And I mean, it might sound a bit childish, but oh my gosh, it's really really good. It's so nice and realistic. They do have several other. I did love another one which was lemon something. It had yellow bottle. I was kind of undecisive between these two, but I picked the MangoBoom, and I never regretted it. And they also have the Coco mint, and as much as I love Coco, I really love Coco, I have to say. Coco mint wasn't my cup of tea, because this mixture of mango and a mint, it was unpleasant for me. So if you happen to love mango, you happen to love mint, and especially you happen to love them together, because I do love them, but I don't love them together, just go ahead and try that fragrance, because it's good. So number 12. Number 12 is what fragrance is at the top of your wish list? I'm one of those crazy people that do not have a wish list. I don't have a wish list. I usually do remember the things that I want to buy, so I never created a wish list. Well, a couple of times when it was some kind of competition, you may win your wish list, so just create one and participate. Then I would create, but it wasn't my wish list. It was like 10 products. The first products I would see on the website, and I would just put them in the wish list. So the two fragrances, or rather, I have to say, I would like to get the boxes, like the Christmas boxes with these fragrances. Well, you do know that so many brands before Christmas, they do create this kind of festive Christmas gift boxes. So I would like to get each one of each, the same fragrances that I wasn't able to buy during Black Friday sales, because I just didn't find a good offer. So one being Burberry Goddess, very beautiful vanilla and a little bit of lavender, and another one is Devotion by Dolce & Gabbana, that is a little bit of lemon and then so much vanilla, and it's so beautiful. So those two fragrances. And the last question is, what is your fragrance, one fragrance for life? And this is it. This is my fragrance for life. You can take all my fragrances. Please don't. No. But this is the one. This is my number one fragrance. This is Classique by Jean-Paul Gaultier, Eau de Toilette version. I do not like Eau de Parfum as much as this one. This is very beautiful. This is a white flower, but it also has star anise. It has orange blossom. It has flowers. It's just so beautiful, and it's so potent. It's so beautiful, and it's very woman-like. And it's it might sound a bit like 90s. Well, it doesn't really. Maybe the versions that came out in the 90s, because they had slightly different ingredients. But then Ifra had prohibited, some of the ingredients, but this one is lighter, it's more airy, but I do love this one. If you love fragrances, history of fragrances, you have to go out and you have to try this one, because this one is good. This one is amazingly good. And this is my number one, and I happen to have several of them, but this is the fullest bottle of them all, so that's why I'm showing you this one. Yeah, so this was a beautiful tag by Simply Aisha, and go and check her channel, and I thank you for your attention, and I'll see you next Wednesday. Bye.